Hello fellow gamers and welcome to Question of the Month, where every month I ask a question, or you're meant to ask a question, and then I see if I can answer it to the best of my ability. Now obviously because I've literally just started off, no one's actually submitted questions, so I've sort of got quite a big subject one, which is are first person shooters becoming stale? Like the multiplayer aspect, I won't even go into the campaigns because majority of them are pretty bad, so we won't go in there. But yeah, so yes is the short answer. They are becoming stale, and I think this is because companies, well the big companies like DICE and like Activision and stuff, with all the big multiplayer shooters, Call of Duty, Battlefield, they are, I don't know if they're running out of ideas, or I think they can't come up with anything new, especially with the multiplayer modes. So, well, we've got Battlefield 4 gameplay here. I'm playing Team Deathmatch, which is obviously the standard. Sometimes they're renamed to, add something to the genre, which it doesn't really at all. But so you've got to get stuff like Conquest, Large Conquest, which is the same as Conquest, Capture the Flag. They're all really basic, generic modes, and that's kind of the thing I'm getting not annoyed but upset about, the fact that there's nothing new in the genre, if that makes sense. So we need a game where it reinvents, not reinvents, but it brings something new to the multiplayer aspect of the genre, because I keep finding myself playing exactly the same mode, just with a different aesthetic, like Call of Duty with a Team Deathmatch, and this is kind of the same. It's a different feel of game, if that makes sense. But we need something new in the genre. That's kind of what I'm going to try and cover today. So first off, I briefly mentioned this. Why is there nothing new? And I think it's because it's so like multiplayer aspect. You would probably buy a first-person shooter for the multiplayer aspect. First-person shooters don't really have a great storyline. Games like Borderlands, for example, they do have a good storyline. There are some exceptions, obviously, but the military shooters such as Battlefield, Call of Duty, the storylines are lacking, really. They kind of do it like a generic terrorist organization. You have to kill Russians or anyone or Nazis in Wolfenstein, but that doesn't actually have multiplayer, so that's kind of anyway. But basically what I'm trying to say is I want something new. I love the formula of military shooters. I love it. I am a big fan of online shooters that don't actually bring anything new to the genre, because I've grown up with first person shooters, even though I'm only 17, but I have played a lot of games, and I just want something new from it. I think it's coming to the point now where we're in 2015. We had a bad year for games in 2014, a terrible year for games, but I want something new from this year. If there's first person shooters like Rainbow Six Siege, if you haven't seen that, you need to now check it out now, or after you watch this video. Basically it's trying to combine, it's not really asymmetric multiplayer, but it's kind of going like that. So you have in this one example that they showed it back at E3 2014, there was a house, and the house is actually fully destructible pretty much, so you can shoot through walls, which is really realistic, which is awesome. They recently released some pre-alpha gameplay of you on a plane. You have obviously the SWAT team, you have and the terrorists, and there's often a hostage. I don't know if there's any other game modes, which I hope there are. So it's adding something new to the genre, but it's keeping the same formula. So like a hostage rescue, just like in Counter-Strike, and it's what I fear from this genre, is that it's going to get to the point where I think it has got to the point where we can't come up with anything new. And I mean, I am now, if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I am a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare fanboy now. I'm sorry for that betrayal of trust, but they introduced Uplink, which is kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it. You have a satellite and you have to get it in this goal. So I guess it's adding a bit. That's I don't know if that's done before. It's been done before, but it's okay. Yeah, it's kind of like Capture the Flag, basically, but not. It's adding a futuristic taste on it, and I like that. I like that they're trying to do something new, but we need something completely new. And what I was thinking, because we have what have we got? We've got Battlefront coming out. Don't mess it up. They mess it up. They messed up Battlefield Hardline. They do not mess up Star Wars Battlefront. And I'm hoping that perhaps it will kind of be like a multiplayer. What am I talking about? Kind of multi-objective gameplay, if that makes sense. So it's not just team deathmatch. It is Capture the Flag. It is other things as well. It's kind of forming them all together. Now I know that it could be absolutely hectic and it's a terrible idea, Sam. Why would you come up with that? But I just want something new. I want something that just makes it bigger and worth playing and worth investing hundreds of hours into, which I would if it was Star Wars Battlefront, and I'm going to. But I want a new mode. That's basically what I'm trying to get to here after waffling on. I want a new mode from first-person shooter. I don't know what it is. I genuinely can't think of anything. Like, let's think of some examples of innovative modes. Gun game. So if you don't know what that is, it is basically every time you get a kill, you advance to the next, get another gun, and it's fun because it makes you. It's different. I think it's quite different. But I want something more different. I'm quite picky when it comes to games. Some of my friends might disagree, but I do look at a whole bunch of reviews and I have to see every single part before I actually buy it, because I need to know if it's worth my time. Now I do have 150 games on Steam, so I do some impulse buying, but that's besides the point. Basically, I want new stuff from genres. I'm always craving a new experience, mostly. When it comes to games, not real life. Who needs real life? Yeah, it's hard because it's such a broad subject, but I think if you are watching this, you know what I mean. You want something new. If you are a big military shooter fan, you do definitely want something new from the genre, and that's what I want, but I just don't know what it is. I think if they come up with it, then I will love them. Whoever comes up with it first, be it Activision, Treyarch, DICE, whoever, any other ones, but it's because I love first-person shooters. They're not immersive. Well, they could be immersive, but it's getting to the point where I'm getting bored of the same thing over and over again. And I like that games have different takes. Not takes. That's not what I meant. Sort of. I don't know what I'm saying. Different. You know what I mean. Different. Okay, we'll stick with different takes. They have different takes on a familiar mode, and I think this is because the market for first-person shooters is huge. You have a whole bunch of 12-year-olds playing Call of Duty because their parents let them buy it, and it's because there'll always be a market for games like Call of Duty, which is just repetitive fun. Well, I don't know why I repeated that, probably to emphasize a point there, but I'm getting back to the same point, but I do want something new. And I just genuinely, I don't know what. I need a game that doesn't reinvent the genre, but I need a game that has new experiences for me in the case of gameplay, like modes that you can play online. Yes, I want the traditional deathmatch, I want team deathmatch, I want conquest-like games, I want, you know, fast pace if it's like hostage rescue, I want gun game, I want the familiar modes, but I want something new, and that's trying to stop it from getting stale, because it's the same thing over and over and over again, but I want something new from it, and it's annoying, because I don't know what I want. I just want something different. I want a first-person shooter to come out, and I want it to be a game where it has a new mode, and it is either huge, it's like a huge mode where it's almost like free to do what you want, but it's going to be too hectic, which that would be a bad thing. And then I want a small mode which introduces a new gameplay mechanic, and it doesn't have this same repetition. It's like a tense gameplay mode, like Insurgency. That is, it's the same, but it's just like a different gameplay mechanic. As in, there is no HUD. Literally, I don't have any gameplay here, but there is no HUD, and it is tense, really, really tense. But it's really fun. But again, it's the same modes, and I want something new. And it doesn't upset me that the new first-person shooters don't have anything new in them. It's just, it frustrates me, because I think there could be something new from this. I think we've exhausted like the horde type mode games, like Zombies. I think we've exhausted all of them, but and conquest type games. But I just want something new. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. If I've been too whiny, then I apologise, but I won't start. I'll start again. So yeah, thank you for watching. Tell me what you want. Tell me an idea in the comments for what you want as a new mode, like what you could be doing, and that would be great, because then that would give me ideas. And yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Goodbye.